Really great effort. Probably one of our, if not our best game of the season, in a big spot. Obviously, national TV coming in, but more importantly, having a senior night. I've said all year, our guys, they really like each other, and have these seniors that jumped in the program this year, and shocked to me how much impact they had on just helping us grow up, the maturity level. We've had some rough patches, and they've stayed together and did a great job, and just really playing our, that's one of our best games of the year at the end to finish the season. That's terrific.
Question on the floor? Go ahead.
Courtney Crabtree, Daily Evergreen. So obviously this is a huge win, especially after facing that tough loss against Oregon a few weeks ago. What strategies were in place in this game that just weren't there at the last game against Oregon?
We just played with a little more poise and confidence offensively. I thought we got the ball inside. On the road, we were impatient, and they sped us up. And they can do that. They're quick and athletic, and we couldn't get settled. But we competed hard. And so offensively, we were just dynamite, and it helped. And our students are awesome. They've kind of grown throughout the year, and I get it now how Beasley can be. It's a loud gym even when it's not filled. And it was filled tonight, and it can be. Hopefully, we're just building on that into next year, and people come to school here just for that.
All right, and obviously, I know near the beginning of this season, we had a rough time closing out games. We'd be up in the first half, but then we'd always kind of let it slip in those last 5 minutes. So how have you adjusted to make this team more consistent in closing out those games?
You just got to go through the experience, talk about it, work in practice. We talked about even at halftime, it's the little bit of the elephant in the room. It's like, hey, we've been here before. We can't assume anything. We're up, 14 or 12 at half, and we played mini-game by mini-game. We break the game into 10 segments, and we came out the first 4 minutes of the second half, played well, and kind of never had one little 5-0 run they put on us, and we made a couple of silly mistakes, but that was about it. And we just played smart. And that's, like I said, if this thing was going to June, I feel like we'd win the national championship, which we might anyway. But I think we can keep getting better.
Is there a reason Burkhardt hasn't been playing more minutes this year? Straight cash.
It's just hard to get guys minutes. He's been dominating on scout team. He's made a lot of starters run when we put him on scout team. He's a really crafty guy. He doesn't look it. He's got the lumberjack look, the little stash, and he's a tough nut. And really appreciate him for all his contributions.
Just that moment, the fans are chanting, "We want Burkhardt," and then the bench goes nuts. He goes in, and then the place explodes when he hits that three. I mean, do you even get chills as a coach when that happens?
Yeah, you know what? A testament how well liked he is and what he's about. I mean, he's a really serious guy, really mature, good leader, and he wants to be a strength coach someday, or he's getting his master's. That's how we got him. And I've told him, I said, look, man, there's all these strength coaches are usually their background's football. He's actually a basketball guy, so I think NBA, whatever, the future's bright for him. That's a shameless plug if anyone is watching this. But he's awesome. What was the question?
I don't remember.
No, just did you get some chills?
No, that was just more like relief and happy for him. But before the game, I haven't had a senior night where I haven't got teary-eyed. And just all those guys and Matt, and they're coming out in a short time, and Mike's story is unbelievable, and he's what a hell of a guy he is, and never just level-headed, great leader, great player. Really happy for him, for all of them.
I think Noah's a big part, or I think definitely one of the stories of this game. I mean, I think maybe go as far to say his best game of the season. The three-pointer is kind of coming back to where it was last year. I think he's 38% in his last 10.
Yep.
He goes inside. He's aggressive. I mean, just when you watch Noah today, you kind of say that's Noah Williams. That's what we need from him.
Better late than never, man. I'm telling you, he's been. We'll stick with him, man. He played really well in stretches last year. Obviously, he was National Player of the Week, and some of his lows have been unexpected or whatever, but it's part of the process of growing up. I think some little doubt crept in for him, and he fought through it. And like you said, the last 10 games, he's almost 40% from three. And I think it started at Oregon a little bit in there, that he made a couple he was in a little slump. He made them there, and it's good to see him with his confidence. Fighting with me. Tell him one to shoot more. I was like, yeah. but it's good. It's good to see he got a little swagger, and the 8 assists is really awesome. Probably career high, I imagine.
Yeah, as a team, 21 assists, and obviously your assist numbers go up when you make shots. But it just seemed that there was an extra emphasis on swinging the ball and distributing. I mean, I think the one that stands out to me is Ty's got a wide open three, instead just drops it off to Noah for the lay-in. I mean,
we've finally been. And some of it might be due to our post-game chant when I said, Coach always says, pull that three. I might need to. Coach always says, make an extra pass. But we started turn down a good shot and get great shots, and that's that's what you need this time of year. You're not going to be able to. One guy's not going to be able to win the game, and we were a little impatient. We've been an impatient team. We got some guys they're kind of scorers by nature, and they've learned to turn some things down and get better shots, and it makes us a lot better. And getting the ball inside, having Deshaun back helps a lot. I mean, as Deshaun and Fa and Matt did a great job at the center spot, and just really helped us.
It just kind of seems like the blueprint for a team's success in making runs is having this much of a balanced attack. No guy over 20, but a handful of guys score. I mean, just to kind of have that, and you get a few guys in double digits, you get kind of almost everyone who played on the board. How much is that going to influence the way you kind of go into your offense in the Pac-12 tournament when you're getting production from 10, 11 guys?
Well, some of the best teams we've coached have been that, whether it's at San Francisco or Columbia, trying to get there where you have 8 guys and they're interchangeable, and one guy, kind of take what the defense gives you. That'd be our design, and that's where I think Mike's done an unbelievable job this year. He's a guy that in the past has had the programs he's played, he's had to score 20 a game. That's hard to do, is get 20 a game every night. And now he's a really good passer. He's got a really good feel. He's really confident, so he's really organized us and sacrificed some of his scoring to spread it around, and we've become better. Period.
How touching was it for you to see Mike go out there and be accompanied with all the players, kind of considering everything he's been through?
It's unbelievable because he's just so well. Never been around guys is well liked and beloved, and in such a short time. And when we recruited him, one of the assistant coaches at South Alabama told Coach Shaw, he said, "Hey, your team's gonna love him." He said, "I don't know whatever," and he was 100% right. And he's so mild-mannered, so calm and patient every day. Behind the scenes, I'm sure and Matt is too. They're terrific, and Will is too. They're really just a blessing to have and be a part. Like I said, they'll always, once a Coug, always a Coug. They're going to leave their mark here. This is already a successful season. We're better than we were the year before. We've had the first winning Pac-12 season in 14 years and only the 13th ever. So they have a lot to do with that, and couldn't be more happy for. He's just a really good guy.
Kind of with all that stuff you just said, and then 2 of your best offensive games in the last 3, the extra steam going into the Pac-12 tournament.
We'll see, man. I feel good. I've been saying we felt like we've been getting better. We've had some blips in that, and it's never a straight line up. But I feel like we've been getting better, and this is a great endorsement. It's like we're going with the Kevin Costner. If you build it, they will come. You speak it into existence, maybe it happens. So I'm happy for our guys.
Going back to the player of the game, Will Burkhart. It's coming down the final minutes. The students are chanting they want Burkhart. But, obviously you still have a game to try and finish it out. Kind of how hard is it to try and fix that in and try and time it just right where you can get in, get the shots?
My rule of thumb is when they enter their guys off the bench, and that's kind of waving the white flag or what towel. And they had Isaac Johnson in there. Well, and Shaw looks at me and said, "Hey, I said, he was a top 100 guy. He was a top 100 recruit." I just said, they got good players or whatever. I said, I want to, and you just want to finish it right. And I have confidence in them, but, I don't know. There's no exact science to it, but they did a good job.
Luke Kilgore, KGR Radio. First of all, great win, Coach. A lot of fun to watch. Beasley was rocking all day long. After losing to Oregon in heartbreaking fashion earlier in the season, you guys have been under a lot of scrutiny too, just for kind of the ups and downs. You mentioned maturity a lot. For you to get a 20-point win in the last game in Beasley of the season, regardless of how the Pac-12 tournament goes, it feels like this program's really on the verge of something great. I believe the most conference wins in the last 14 seasons. Yeah. It feels like you guys are really on the verge of breaking through and doing something unprecedented for the Cougs. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it. I think, and I got to remind our guys all the time that we had some expectations that maybe unfair. We had some good recruits and got some publicity, and it's hard. I was like, look, I gotta remind you guys, we really haven't done anything yet. We've taken it from whatever the 205th best program to 120th to about 80th, and our goal is to be top 50, top 40. Top 40 you can, and at that point there, just the way the schedule fell out, I think maybe we're ahead of schedule. We kicked away some games that would have put us probably in the tournament, to be honest. But all that, it's hard to, when it's only been done 13 times since 1968. That's a heck of an accomplishment. There's been a lot of good things, and I just think we're building. And it was great. The fans have been getting better. The students have been awesome this year. They've just progressively got more and more, and then today was tremendous. And so that's something to build on. I remember when most recent history when the Bennett's were here and Coach Tony had them, and you'd see these crowds on TV. And I remember the Gonzaga Washington State game here, and it was just rocking. And it's a good little home. No one wants to come here, man. No one wants to do it. So we're building something. And we weren't good at home this year. We weren't really that good at home this year. We're better on the road. I'm really proud of how well we performed on the road. So part of that, and I know off the subject a little bit, our guys were getting pelted on social media and stuff. I said, whoa, time out. That's why I don't have it. I said, those guys need to go. They don't know. They don't know how hard it is. You're playing 10 games in 24 days, and you got alleged fans that would have the nerve to DM our guys. I don't even know what DM is, but they'd have the nerve to do that, and they're sick people. They got nothing. They're not very. They don't understand what it takes to build something and build confidence. So happy for our guys, but that's not why we play. We play for each other.
How you doing, Coach? I'm Trevor Junt from KUGR Radio. Your bench scored 45, as mentioned, 21 assists today, and your defense played really well today. What was different that helped your team gel so much about today?
Well, I think it takes time. Bamba got back about a few games ago, and he had a sprained MCL, and Deshaun finally got back, and it just takes time. And those are two. We need those guys. They're big bodies, athletes, good talents, and it just takes time to settle in there. And we've been playing 9 guys, but it's probably 7.5 is when you're really this time of year, and 8. And Rodman got squeezed out a little today, and he'll be all right. He's fine there, but just kind of we have to have that big body. We're little. We didn't have Deshaun. We're just so thin. It's hard to keep a Kepning and Dante off. I mean, they're just physical athletes, and so it was. That those two guys emerging has really helped our whole group.
Hey, Coach, Gunnar Miller, Wazoo Sports Network. Good game today, obviously. Just wondering, for going to the Pac-12 tournament, what exactly needs to happen, either offensively or defensively, for you guys to make a run in the tournament?
We've got to start with scoring more points than the next team. That'll be a good start. No, we got to stick with our identity. Is that we got to defend, especially in tournament, defend, rebound, take care of the ball. And we've added the fourth component that we finally, and we've slipped a little defensively the last 2 weeks or so, and it's just that time of year is tough. But we had to improve our shot quality and decision making, and to win. You can't just go out there and play hard and expect to beat good teams. You're going to have to play hard, play smart. And I feel like today was a great step forward. Oregon State, we're down 12 on the road, and we came back and won that one. I think that gave us a lot of confidence, to be honest. And shoot, the last Oregon State game was gritty as can be. And I don't think we can get the 5th seed, right, Finnick?
No.
Good.
You get the 6 or 7.
I don't want any part of Oregon State. I'm good with those. Those guys, they were tough. They're good. I don't know how they're 3-win team, whatever. That just shows you how fragile it is. And college basketball, Wayne's the best guy in the world. Love him to death. He had rooting hard for him. He gets to the Final 8 and returns a lot of those guys. And they were just snake bit, and they still got some good players. They'll be fine in the future.